Alright, so this is Momodora, Reverie Under the Moonlight. This is actually the fourth game made in the Momodora series, although it is a prequel to the other games. So I'm going to go ahead and load up probably the first one here. I can't speak for how much of this file is completed. I'm pretty sure it's near the end or whatever. I mean, it's definitely at the end. Let's just get into it. So this is an action platformer, and you your basic moves is that you move with the control pad or joystick. You have a jump button. You can double jump. I think by default you double jump. You gain other abilities such as an air dash. Whoa. My controls are different on this file. I'm going to go ahead and load a different one. Here we go. Okay, so warping is something that you don't get until later in the game. You can't do that until later in the game. You can hit bells to save your progress. Gonna go ahead and unequip all my stuff. You have a basic 3-hit attack. You can attack in the air. You can change your direction, sort of, mostly when moving in the air. So that's all good stuff. Like I said, the air dash is an ability that you get later on. You'll see I glow a bit after the air dash, which means I can't air dash again until that happens. So it's just like a small cooldown. And then you have the regular roll from the beginning of the game. The main purpose of the roll is to be able to pass by enemies, so you can get a better hit on them. Enemies all drop money, which is used to buy items and things. Your arrows, you can single shot out, or you can charge it. Let's see, you can drop through platforms. So, I guess I'll get into the items now. You buy, you can equip up to 3 active items and 2 passive items. So your active items are things like increases attack damage by 50%. Increase visibility in dark areas. Let's see here. Some of the... Here's a basic one that you get from the beginning of the game, and I'll go ahead and show off this one, the cat sphere. Passive slots, you can equip stuff like resistance to status elements. One I like to use is to put poison on my arrows, and then take off status elements, because you can poison the poison goes out and you can poison yourself. Oh, that increases my attack power, I guess. So if you have resistance to status elements, then you won't poison yourself. Of course, there's other stuff you can do, like quicker arrows. This will put off a sound when you're near a secret, if there's a secret in the area. You can have arrows that go through enemies. Lots of different little things. Whoa, that is a fast arrow. It's like instantaneous. So yeah, there is a button you can press to cycle through your items. So I've got like these healing items up here. I've got 8 left now. I'm gonna change these again. This will restore some HP when I kill enemies. Oh, but they won't drop money? Yeah, I guess that's... Nah. Attracts money. Flame damage. Oh, this one restores a small amount of HP per kill, and doesn't have that negative effect. So yeah, you can pray at the bells to save, or just hit them to save, which is a great feature returning from the second game. Let's see, so yeah. There's that money magnet taking effect. Oops. Let's see how quickly I can get to this area. Alright, so another thing that you get, this is... So the level design of this game is a little more open-ended than the previous game. And by that I mean you can sort of explore areas at your own pace. Oh yeah, when you save, when you hit the bell and save, it also restores your items. So say you use up all your items, you hit the bell, and it restores your items again. It restores your health too. So let's go ahead and get into the city. So once you get into the city, the level design opens up a bit. We'll just go ahead and drop down here. So once you reach this point, it's really as soon as I get to like the next screen. So here's a point where, you know, you can go up or down. To give you an idea, here's a bit of the map. This is the full map. I don't want to show you too much, but yeah. So like down here, you can go underwater. And what I like about the water physics in this game is that you just have infinite jumps basically. Yeah, you're slow moving like most underwater sections in games, but you at least have infinite jumps, so that's nice. So yeah, there's a bunch of different enemy types. What you use money for is, you see this guy around a lot, and he has stuff that he can sell you. Oh, I actually haven't bought everything on this file. So yeah, you can buy stuff. I've already bought these, so I can't like buy them again. Let's go here. So yeah, there's a bunch of different environments. This game does have sort of a dark kind of theme to it. So there's that. Oh yeah, that last item I was going to show off. So at some point during the game, you know, depending on how soon you get to it, it's your choice because the level design allows you to go to different places at your own time. Is this item, the cat pearl, and it allows you to turn into a cat. And your movement is a bit faster. Your attack is pretty much the same. It's still a 3-hit attack. Your attack abilities aren't necessarily hindered. It's more or less just movement is different. So I mean, the cat's faster, but it can't like climb up and down ladders. So you still have to be able to be in human form to do stuff like that. So yeah, there are a large number of bosses in this game. A neat little feature is that when you defeat bosses without taking any damage, they give you special items. So like some of these items are obtained only by defeating a boss without taking damage, and that's not something I would encourage you to try to do on your first playthrough. You should, you know, just try to beat the game first time through, but it's definitely cool that there's that extra reward for skilled playing. So yeah, there are some people you can talk to around here. Basically the story has to do with your... I know it's kind of the same story as the other games a bit, where basically you're a priestess and there's some evil going on that's going to it's encroaching on your village, so your village is in danger, and so you're here to you know, banish the evil or whatever. There's a lot more people in this game than the previous games, so that's cool. There's a bit more to the story than just that. Like, the other games are pretty much just that, but this game's a little bit more. So yeah, I think it's a really cool game. I'm trying to think of what else to say about it. It takes me about... I just replayed it recently, and it took me about just 3 hours to go through and get everything again. This isn't that file. And I didn't try to beat bosses without taking damage on that time. Oh look, here we are. So yeah, there's some key items. Ivory bugs. Oh man. These things are hidden around the game and they're like a pixel big. But when you find them, you give them to this person, and they give you rewards, basically. Again, the map. I don't want to show you the whole map. Settings, you can change music and sound volume. You can change the screen resolution. There's a full screen option. Graphical quality, screen shake, vibration, you can turn on and off. You can change your controls to controller or keyboard. I definitely recommend controller. And you can turn to the title screen. I guess that's all there is to show about the game. But, yeah. Trying to think of what else to say to really say this is a good game. There's lots of bosses that are challenging to take on, with the no damage challenge added onto it. Can be pretty fun. Of course, turning into a cat has its small benefits. There are like small areas that only the cat can reach. Again, not sure if that's considered a spoiler. Oh man, so being cursed means I can't use my items, so I can't turn back to human right now. Oh, there we go. Now I'm healed. Ugh. Yeah, so I really don't know if this review per se is doing this game justice or not, but I really like this game. It's really good. It's got lots of platforming and action to do with it. The graphics will look pretty good to me. The combat and controls are pretty good. Yeah. There's, oh yeah, the Steam achievements are pretty good. This game doesn't have any achievements for simply beating the game. There is an achievement for, like, the true ending, per se, but a lot of the achievements are just, like, finding everything, beating the game on the hardest difficulty, and beating the game in a certain amount of time, stuff like that. So, yeah, what else to say? It's, I guess it's kind of a Metroidvania, but there's not a whole lot of abilities. There's 4 power-ups that you need to get to access the last area. That being, these crest fragments. So, like, one of them increases your arrow charging speed. One increases, it gives you a new bow charge level, air dodging, and then allows warping. So when you find those 4, then you can go to the last section of the game, which is like 2 areas worth. Yeah. The story might not make... the story you can follow, for the most part, without playing the other games. The only thing that may not make sense is the ending, because it's kind of like a... There's just kind of a pattern to these games and their endings and such, and it's kind of like the same with this game. So yeah, I guess I should just call it here. Yeah. So this is Momodora, Reverie Under the Moonlight. Highly recommend it for action platforming with some Metroidvania elements in it. If you like the review, please give it a thumbs up and share it somewhere. And thanks for watching. If you have any questions, you can ask. Any questions about the game, you can just ask in the comments below. I'll try to answer them. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.